Okay, so picture this. A rat, running inside one of those little wheels. It's going fast, legs moving like crazy, but it's not actually getting anywhere. The wheel just spins and spins. That's basically it. That's the whole idea behind Rat Race. It's what people call it when your life turns into this loop. Wake up, work, come home tired, sleep, do it again tomorrow. And weekends fly by so fast you barely notice them. And here's the annoying part. You'd think, okay, if I just make more money, I'll get out of this loop, right? But nah, it doesn't always work like that. You get a raise, and suddenly you're like, ooh, I deserve a nicer apartment. Or, let me finally get that car. And boom, your expenses just caught up. Same wheel, just a shinier one. So why do people even end up here in the first place? Honestly, it's not because anyone's dumb or lazy, it's just life. Rent doesn't wait for you to find yourself. Groceries need to get paid for now, not someday. So people take the safe, steady job because it feels secure, and that's a totally fair choice. Then there's this thing called lifestyle creep, which is sneaky as hell. Income goes up a little, spending goes up a little more, and somehow you're still living paycheck to paycheck, just with better stuff around you. And honestly, a lot of us were kind of raised into this pattern too, right? Study, get good grades, get a degree, get a stable job, work till you're old, retire. Nobody really sits us down and says, hey, question this. We just kind of follow it. But okay, here's something people don't say enough. The rat race isn't pure evil. Like, having a steady job does give you real stuff. Stability, for one. You know money's coming in, so you're not panicking every week. It gives you structure too, which honestly helps a lot of people stay disciplined. And you pick up real skills, working with people, hitting deadlines, solving problems on the fly. Even if you leave that job later, that experience travels with you. Most people who eventually build something of their own, a business, investments, whatever, they usually started off with a regular job first. It gave them the base to jump from. So the job itself isn't really the villain here. The problem shows up when you're stuck, no plan, no movement, just running that wheel forever with no way off it. Now the downsides, because let's be real, that's why this term even exists. You're trading your time, your energy, basically your best years, just to keep up with bills. And there's barely anything left over for the stuff you actually care about. Income goes up, but somehow the bank balance just doesn't move much. People burn out. And so many of us keep saying, I'll travel later, I'll rest later, I'll finally do what I love later. And later just keeps getting pushed further and further away. So how do people actually get out of this? I'm not gonna lie to you, there's no magic trick, no overnight fix, but there are real steps people use, and they actually work if you stick with them. First thing, just track where your money goes. I know, sounds boring, but most people genuinely don't know where their money disappears to every month. Do it for like a month and you'll be shocked. Random subscriptions, food delivery, little stuff that adds up fast. Second, spend less than what you earn and actually save the difference instead of just letting it sit there and vanish. Even setting aside like 10 or 20% consistently, that builds up more than you'd expect. Third, build yourself an emergency fund, like 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. This is honestly what gives you the courage to take risks later, switch jobs, try something new without freaking out about money. Fourth, and this one's kind of the big one, try to build a second stream of income. A job trades your time directly for money, one for one. But other stuff, investing, a side hustle, freelancing, a small business that can eventually make you money without you having to trade every single hour for it. Fifth, invest. Don't just save. Saving keeps your money safe, sure, but investing in stocks, index funds, real estate, whatever fits you, that's what actually makes your money grow over time instead of just sitting there. Sixth, watch out for that lifestyle creep we talked about earlier. When your income grows, try not to let your spending grow at the same speed. Let your savings grow faster than your expenses do. And last one, honestly kind of underrated, have a clear reason why you're doing all this. Freedom, family, travel, just wanting to feel secure, whatever it is for you. Because without that why, it's really easy to lose steam and just slide back into old habits. None of this happens in a few weeks, by the way. It usually takes years. But basically, everyone who's built real financial freedom did it with these same basic moves, just done consistently, over and over. And honestly, here's the thing, nobody really tells you getting out of the rat race isn't about quitting your job and living on some beach somewhere doing nothing. It's really about having a choice. Working because you want to, not because you're forced to. Where one bad month doesn't wreck you. Where your money's quietly working for you even while you're asleep. That's really the whole goal. Not never work again, just having the freedom to choose.